I was getting my food in the cafeteria when I noticed something weird. My best friend, the one who never touches spicy kimchi, had loaded her plate with it today. Memories from my past life came flooding back in an instant. In that life, right at this very moment, she shoved me in front of all our coworkers and smashed an entire tray of food into my face. I'd never been so humiliated, but this time was different. The second she spun around to make her move, I stepped aside and stuck my foot out, and she went down hard. I rushed over immediately, putting on my most concerned face, asking if she was okay. She had no idea this was just the beginning of my payback. In my past life, I married my boyfriend Jack. The wedding was picture perfect, packed with friends and family, and I thought we'd be happy forever. But the moment we got married, he showed his true colors. He planted himself at home all day, daydreaming about striking it rich overnight in the stock market. I couldn't get pregnant, and my mother-in-law screamed at me about it every single day. I was the only one holding this family together, killing myself at work to bring in money, then coming home to every last chore without even a second to catch my breath. Years of being run into the ground slowly wrecked my body. In the middle of a work presentation, I collapsed. The hospital results came back, late-stage breast cancer. I thought my husband and his mother would at least show some sympathy. Instead, they were busy calculating how to wring every last bit of value out of me before I died. During chemo, my best friend was the only one by my side. I thought she was the one person left in this world who genuinely cared about me. I had no idea she was the one hurting me the most. While I was getting my treatments, she was sneaking back to my place and sleeping with Jack behind my back. One day, the doctor told me there was no money left in my account and that a family member needed to come in to settle the bill. I called Jack again and again. No answer. So I dragged my broken body into a cab and headed home to get the money myself. The cab driver encouraged me the whole way, telling me I was going to be okay. Then he drove me through a tunnel, and at the end of it was breathtaking, almost like paradise. That was the first time in my life that a complete stranger had shown me real warmth. When we arrived, he handed my fare right back to me. I completely lost it. I barely made it to my front door, and there they were, a pair of red heels sitting right on the doorstep. A sick feeling hit me in the gut. Then I heard them, my best friend's voice and Jack's, coming from the bedroom. Turned out Jack had already taken out a massive insurance policy on me. The two of them had it all planned. The second I was dead, the money was theirs. I stormed into the bedroom to confront them. Jack shoved me to the ground, and my head slammed into a piece of broken glass on the table. I thought my miserable life was finally over, but I woke up again. I opened my eyes, and Jack was reaching out to hug me. Pure reflex, I grabbed him by the hair. He clenched his fist on the spot, showing exactly who he really was. Right then, my boss showed up just in time to hold him back. I looked around the office at all those familiar faces, and I couldn't believe it. I had been reborn, sent back 10 years. Back then, I hadn't married Jack yet. We were just dating. None of the nightmares had happened. Back in my rental apartment, I found some cash in my pocket with a little heart drawn on it. I froze. My dad used to draw hearts on his money when he was still alive. That cab driver from my past life, it was my father, who had been dead for years. He'd been watching over me all along. He was the one who gave me a chance to start over. Right then, the door opened. Jack walked in, just a regular boyfriend at this point, thoughtfully bringing me a jacket. The irony was unbearable. That night at dinner, I looked him straight in the face and said it. We're done. The moment I stood my ground, Jack ripped the mask right off, and the violence underneath came straight to the surface. I was out shopping when something caught my eye. The earrings Anna gave me looked nothing like the real ones at the store. The shine was completely off. It was obvious she'd given me fakes, and not even good ones at that. What really stung was that she just insisted I wear them to our class reunion. Her intentions couldn't have been more clear. She wanted me to embarrass myself in front of everyone. But I wore those fake earrings anyway. When I walked into that reunion, every jaw in the room dropped. I had on this white dress that absolutely stunned the crowd. The look on Anna's face was pure rage, but what she didn't know was that this was only the beginning of my payback. The day before the reunion, I torn through my entire closet and nothing felt right. I was stressing out when my phone rang. It was my coworker Nancy, asking if I wanted to go shopping to take my mind off things. I said yes, without thinking twice. Nancy was the first real friend I made at work. Funny story. After I was reborn, we actually met for the first time in the office bathroom. She'd gotten her period and accidentally stained her pants, so I lent her my jacket. We've been friends ever since. While we were shopping, I happened to spot a pair of earrings at a luxury store that looked exactly like the ones Anna had given me. Nancy pointed out that mine were fake, then showed me the pair she was wearing. Hers were the real deal. To thank me for helping her out at work, Nancy took me to this upscale styling studio. I'd never set foot in a place that fancy before, but Nancy moved through it like she owned the place. Clearly a regular. She wanted to use her membership voucher to get the stylist to give me a complete makeover. She joked that if I changed too much, people would think I'd been reborn. That one line hit me like a lightning bolt. I grabbed Nancy by the shoulders and told her, "That's exactly what I want. In my past life, I was too soft. I let Anna, that two-faced snake, walk all over me again and again. This time around, I'm getting back every single thing she owes me. The stylists and makeup artists worked me over from head to toe. When I stepped out of that room, everyone's eyes went wide. Looking at my brand new reflection in the mirror, I thought about my past life, terminally ill, pale as a ghost, and the tears just came flooding in. Nancy had me try on a bunch of different looks, and I pulled off every single one. The old, washed-out version of me was officially gone. After that, we picked out some designer bags. That's when a pink one caught my eye, and Nancy agreed it was perfect for me. But then the memories came rushing back. In my past life, my husband cheated on me and used my settlement money to buy that exact pink bag as a gift for Anna. As much as I loved it, I put it down. I wasn't going to let those painful memories follow me into this life. Meanwhile, my boyfriend Jack was out camping with another woman, deliberately keeping his phone on silent, pretending he hadn't seen the dozens of missed calls from me. He was even trash-talking me in front of his friends, calling me dead weight, saying he dumped me the second I stopped being useful to him. That evening, I got a message from Anna reminding me to show up on time for the reunion tomorrow, and making sure I didn't forget to wear the earrings she gave me. She really didn't want me to miss her little gift. Later, Anna called me. I casually mentioned I'd been out shopping with Nancy, and she got jealous immediately. In her mind, I wasn't supposed to have other friends. Then she put on this pitiful act and asked me for a favor. In my past life, Anna stole a project I'd poured my heart into, costing me a promotion and a raise. This time, I didn't let her pull that off. But unbelievably, she still had the nerve to come to me and ask me to put her name on the project so she could get a permanent position. I shut her down on the spot. I told her we hold different positions in this company. I'm your boss, and from now on, don't address me by my first name. Then I hung up. Faced with this new, no-nonsense version of me, Anna was completely speechless.